Hello, Birthing Planner users. Mark Briggs here, the developer of the app, and I thought it might be a good idea to put together a little video tutorial for you guys to try to show you at least the most common features of the app. Actually, I'd like to show pretty much everything, so I think I'll just do the most important things first, and then if you're still interested, you can watch the rest of the video and learn some more of the details. So yes, I will be doing this on an iPhone, but theoretically, at least this will be exactly the same on all Android devices too. So without further ado, let's open up the app. The first screen that you should see will be the add species screen, because we need to have some species to work with. Let's start with, we'll just do a sheep for now. Average pregnancy length, let's say 147, and save that. We'll just stick with one species for now. We can add more later. We'll go back. Here's the pregnancies screen. Well, this is the main screen where we'll see all the pregnancies listed, but we don't have any yet because first we need to add an adult. Breeds we can add. That's optional. I think I'll skip this for now and then come back to breeds later on in the video if you want to see how that works. But we do need at least one adult before we can have a pregnancy. So we will add an adult. I'll give this adult the name of, let's say, Nancy. Tag is optional. Oh, by the way, if this has a star up here next to the title, it means it's required. So you got to give the adult a name. Tag is not required. Species has a star, so that's required. Gender is required. The birth date is not required. Notes are not required. So a tag, it's not required, but I'll just give a tag of, I don't know, T001. That's totally up to you and your system of keeping track of your animals. Nancy's going to be a sheep. She's going to be a female. We'll give her a birth date. Here's the calendar view. Let's say our birth date is January 1st, 2021. One way to get there is just scroll until you get there. Another, not so obvious, but a much better way is to click up here on the date. And you get a year view where you can click now, January 2021. If maybe she was born 3 years ago, you can click up here again on 2021 and get a decade view and find, let's see, where was she born? 2018, so you can scroll back one, 2018. And if you're, probably was, doesn't matter, but if you've got a really old sheep, you can go back to the century view and pick a different century. All right, so, but we'll say she was born in 2018. So here, 2018, January 1st. All right, click OK. And now, got our birthday, January 28th. You can delete it here if you want to. Notes, you can add notes if you want, but I'll skip that. Let's save her. And there she is. This is the adults page, sheep species. If we had more species, there would be another heading. So we got Nancy, she's 3.7 years old apparently. So let's add one more adult, maybe a male. You don't need a male or a sire to have a pregnancy, but I think oftentimes you'll want one. So I'm bad with sheep names, sorry, but I'm just going to make a Frank. I'm not going to give him a tag. He is a sheep. He is a male. And I'm going to skip his birth date too, just to show that it's optional and no notes. So we'll just say Frank, quick way. So we got two adults. I'll just add one more female. Let's see, what's another name? How about Mary? Tag, sheep, female, no birth date. So just the first name's enough. Okay, so we got a couple sheep in there. Let's filter. I'll maybe go over that later in the video. But you can filter this list to show just the selected part of this list if you want. So now, we have no pregnancies, but we can add a pregnancy now. Species, we only have one species to work with, that's sheep. The dam could be Mary or Nancy, that's Big Nancy. The sire can be unspecified if you don't want one, if you don't want to specify or you don't know. Or if you do want and you do know, you can pick the sire. Breeding date, you better know. In fact, it's required because this whole app is based on the breeding date and adding on the gestation period to remind you, show you when the expected pregnancy will be. So let's say this happened 2 days ago, on the 28th of September. Just click the date, click OK. There you got the date. You can add some notes if you want, but I'll just click save, and we got our first pregnancy, which, if you remember, was 2 days ago. Gestation period is 147, so there's 145 days remaining. You can click on this pregnancy, get the details page, name, male's name, sheep, breeding date, due date, some notes if we got it. If we want to edit any of this, we can click on edit, and it's basically the same page as the ad, but you can't change the species once you add it, but you can change the dam and the sire, the breeding date, and the notes. Let's go back. If you would like to, you can delete this. It's a little "are you sure" message. I'll cancel that because we don't want to delete it. Okay, so that's the first pregnancy. Let's say, well, okay, I could add another pregnancy, but that's, okay, actually I will add one more pregnancy. That's an old one. That makes a little more sense. So, sorry, wrong menu. Add a pregnancy. We'll do a sheep again. I guess we'll do Mary. Mary, her breeding date was a long time ago, but we forgot. Let's go back 1, 2, what am I doing here? 1, 2, 3 months or so. I'll pick the day, I don't know, June 8th, we'll say. Save it. Okay, 33 days remaining. I was hoping to get a little closer to 0, but let's say Mary's pregnancy with unknown. She just gave birth. So here's the details page. We click on the birth button, and the delivery date, it's probably going to be today, but maybe it was yesterday. We'll just say, yeah, it was today, the 30th of September, and create delivery. So now we got delivery details. Looks pretty similar to the pregnancy, except we now have a pregnancy duration, 114 days. The delivery date shows it's 33 days early. Hopefully that's not going to happen too much in real life, but this is just an example. And here we have offspring. There is no offspring, but there's a button to add offspring if you'd like to keep track of them. Let's say Mary had 2 offspring. We'll give this guy a name. I'll just do A and B because I'm really bad with names. Tag if you want to. Gender can be unspecified if you want, but we'll do a male and a female. So male, no notes. You can put some notes in if you want, but I'll just save time. Save A. There's Mary's first child A, and I'll add a female B just to show that we can add more. And save. So Mary's got 2 offsprings. We can delete or edit this delivery, but that's just changing the delivery, editing the delivery date or adding some notes. We can delete this delivery. This delivery has 2 offsprings. First you must delete the offspring, then you can delete the delivery. That's just a precaution, like to make sure it's not too easy to accidentally delete a delivery. But if you deleted this one and deleted this one and you deleted this delivery, it would turn back into a pregnancy, if that makes sense. If she didn't deliver the baby, then she must be pregnant. If she's not pregnant, then she delivered. So let's see, that's the deliveries. Okay, yeah. So if we go back to the main screen, we got the pregnancy screen. Nancy and Frank's still pregnant. We now have an option for deliveries in the menu because there are some deliveries. And this is the deliveries. There's Mary's delivery, her delivery date, and her children, A and B, are listed over here. And again, we can filter these, but I'll do that a little bit later. So I think that's the main stuff. Well, we can see offspring here, which will not show too much because there's only 2 offspring in the entire system right now, A and B, both from the Mary pregnancy and delivery. And of course we can filter these 2. Let me just double check here. Statistics probably won't be too interesting with just these 2 examples in here, but there's 2 offsprings, 1 male, 1 female. We got a delivery, 1 species, sheep, 3 adults. Is that Mary, Frank, and Nancy, I believe. 1 male, 2 females. Average pregnancy length, birthing rate. Birthing rate is You guys probably know better than I do. I think it's the number of children based on the number, or over the number of deliveries. Yeah, so in this case we had 2 children, 2 offspring, sorry, and 1 pregnancy, so 2 over 1 is 2. Okay, stats. Export is if you want to share the database file or the CSV file. Database file would be kind of nice to at least have a backup of once in a while. It's a SQLite file. It's a technical file, which you probably won't be able to do too much with in other programs. But if you ever have a problem or get stuck in a pinch, you may need to send me this database file. So it'd be good to just maybe send it to yourself, WhatsApp or somewhere. Save to files would probably be a good one. I think Android has a similar option. And same with share the CSV file. If this doesn't have a whole lot of information in it, if you have desires, let me know, contact me, and maybe I can add some more information to this CSV file. Let's export. Last thing is about. That might come in handy once in a while just to see what version you're on. I may ask you that from time to time. So that's basically it. I think you can stop watching the video now if you want to, or if you'd like to, I'll go into a few more details, maybe add another add another species, start adding some breeds, show you more how filtering can work, especially once we have multiple species. Filtering is extra helpful. So yeah, stop the video now if you've had enough of this, or keep watching to see some more tutorials on how we can do more. So let's go to species. Let's add another species. Let's say we're raising dogs too. I believe the average gestation length for dogs is 62, but I'm not sure. I can add notes. I'll skip the notes. Okay, that's enough for dogs. Let's say we want to add some breeds. There's no breeds right now, so we can add a breed. We'll start with, we'll do both, but we'll do sheep first. This, I apologize, I don't know how to say this, but Wensleydale, is that close? Hope so. Oh, there it is. Wensleydale breed, we'll save that guy. Add another breed. Actually, I don't know any more breeds of sheep. I think, oh, there's a Lancaster or something, I don't know. Let's do just that one, and we'll add 2 breeds of dogs. I know dog breeds better. How about a poodle, like in the example? Save. Let's add another breed. How about a Dalmatian? Dalmatian, I think I spelled that right. So I got 1 breed of sheep, 2 breeds of dogs. You can add more if you want, or have less, or none, like I said. So I'll go back. Let's add some more adults. Well, actually, let's edit an adult. Let's say Nancy is Wensleydale, if I said that right. So we can come into her details, click on edit. Now we got a breed. What kind of breed is she? Wensleydale. We can pick, save. Now she's a Wensleydale. And if she's already something and we want to change her back to unspecified, that's still in the menu here. We can save and she'll go back to being breedless, if that's the right word. Okay, but we'll leave her as a Wensleydale for now. Maybe Mary, she shows up here too. Mary, we'll just leave breedless. Frank can be, let's make Frank Wensleydale too. Click on Frank, edit, give him a breed. There he is. Yeah, if you notice, Frank doesn't have any deliveries yet, 'cause his pregnancy with Nancy hasn't come through, but Mary does have a delivery with those 2 children. So let's see, what else shall we do? Let's add another adult. Let's make some dogs. For example, let's make a dog. Let's do lady. Can have a tag, but I'll skip that. Species dog. Lady is let's do a poodle. She's a female. I'll give her a birth date of, let's do January 5th. Select no notes, save. Do another adult. Let's do how about Spot? You can be a male Dalmatian. Male. I'll leave his birthday off. Save him. So now, under the adults, you can see there's two sections. Dogs, which has Spot and Lady. Sheep has Frank, Mary, and Nancy. Maybe if you have a whole bunch of species, or just, you want to see just one species at a time. Let's say we want to see just the sheep, and all the dogs are getting in the way. We can come up here to the filters, filter by species. Say I want to see just the sheep. Click OK. And now the dogs are hidden. We're showing just the sheep. Same thing if we want to see dogs. Say no sheep, just dogs. Okay. Boom, there's just the dogs. We can come up here and click reset, or same thing, just click this X to get rid of these applied filters, and now we're back to no filters at all. Check all is a box. We can check all these boxes, or just say Spot and Frank. I want to, and this menu, as soon as you, oh boy, just clicked on something without meaning to. I clicked on archive. I don't know if you saw that. I didn't even see that, but when you click on something, this little menu pops up, and if you unclick it, it disappears. This lets you do actions with whatever's clicked. So I clicked archive the selected. So now Lady is going to get archived with those other two, which got archived too fast. Now you're looking at the adults. There's no filter, but where are they? Well, they're archived. So to see the archived, you can go into the filters. The default is to hide the archives. They're archived, they're old. Generally you don't want to see them, but sometimes you might want to turn that off. Click OK to see all the archived. I made a little icon of a little folder box to show you that they're archived, so you know by this view which ones are archived. So maybe you're like, oh, I didn't want to do that. I actually want to click on those archived ones and unarchive them. Well, now they're unarchived. We still have a filter showing the archived, of which we can get rid of now, and it'll be the same. So hope that made sense. It'll probably make more sense to you once you have your own real data in there. And if you have hundreds of animals and you just want to archive some, maybe one will have died. That would be one way you can kind of keep it in the system, but archive it. You don't have to delete it, but it's up to you. You could delete it too if you want. Let's see. So adults, deliveries, Offspring. I think. Oh yeah. Is that everything I was gonna do? Deliveries. Again, this has filters. This has more filters to it. I guess I can go over filters a little bit. Species is pretty obvious. Just choose whichever species you want. Breeds, same thing. Sires. This will list all the sires and all the dams. So this list will get pretty long once you get it filled up. But there's not much I could do about that. Date range. So I forgot where we were. Let me just reset the filters. Okay, so we're in deliveries. So we might have some deliveries from 2018 if we had this app running for a long time, or we entered data from years in the past. We might want to see just the deliveries from 2018 season. So that's where we might want to select the date range. Again, if it's 2018, you want to click on September up here, the year up here. Still not 2018, so you can scroll over one. There's 2018, maybe January 1st. Depends on what your season is, but oops, that was the date range. Sorry, I just clicked one. So date range, you click one and click again. So we'll click the start January 1st, and the end might be, let's say 2019, December 31st maybe. Oops, that's a 2-year period, but whatever. Say I wanted those 2-year periods. I click OK. And now the date range is shown up here, and there's no deliveries in that date range. So I'll just reset that filter, and now it shows all the deliveries again. I think that's everything. Stats, still probably not too useful. In fact, it's about the same as before. Export, about, yeah. I think that's everything. If I missed something, let me know. Yeah, definitely feel free to contact me. I think probably the best way, at least as of the time of the recording of this video, would be through the Facebook group called Birthing Planner App Support. That seems to be working pretty well so far, and some good discussions going on there already. Could do some feature requests if you have, or definitely bug reports if you find bugs in the app. Let me know. Yeah, I'll do my best to get those fixed. Hope this will be beneficial to you all. All right, that's all from me for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.